Most of us have driven over the 244 bridge across the Arkansas River and noticed an old abandoned bridge next to the highway. But did you know that this old bridge has an impressive history? The Cyrus Avery Bridge was built at a critical time in Tulsa's history. Tulsa had already had their oil boom and was becoming a supplier for the growing fields to the west. They needed a bridge strong enough to supply those fields with the equipment they needed. Without this bridge, Tulsa would have never been known as the oil capital of the world. Tulsan Cyrus Avery was involved with construction of the bridge. Later, Mr. Avery was appointed to the team responsible for creating a U.S. highway system. Since this bridge was the primary crossing over the Arkansas River, this bridge was a major factor in bringing Route 66 through Tulsa. It is possible to say that without this bridge, Tulsa would have never become the city as it exists today. Think about it for a second. With no bridge across this river, we would never be able to get our vehicles across. The Pepsi company would only be able to supply West Tulsa, and even Pastor Chris wouldn't be able to make it to church. And we would never be able to catch a Thunder game in Oklahoma City. Bridges are very important. When it comes to our faith, we must understand that Jesus is our bridge to salvation. Ever since the fall of man in Genesis, mankind has been stuck on one side of the river, waiting for access to salvation. God never abandoned His people. He wanted to give them freedom. And when Jesus died on the cross for our sins, the gap between man and God was bridged. Now all we have to do is accept this free gift of salvation.